So I can't even say I'm surprised at this loss because, as far as the matchup's concerned, they match up well with us. So to me, I'm not really surprised at this. Um, in case you haven't, heard, we lost this game to Houston. We gave them their second win on the season. 113 to 118. And there's a lot of stuff that sticks out. But let me tell you what my biggest, well, it's not my biggest gripe. I don't really have a biggest gripe for this game. Let me go ahead and go and run through the numbers so we can have a fair conversation about this. Let me go with Houston first. Now they lost Jalen Green early, and he had 11 points. You know, whatever. Kevin Porter Jr. 14.6 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 of 13. He was 38%. Okay. Christian Wood 16, 10, and 6. 6 of 14 from the field. Jay Sean Tate 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 of 10 from the field. Missed all his threes. Eric Gordon 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from three. Jay Sean Tate in particular had 5 turnovers of note, and Kevin Porter Jr. had 6. Okay, and I do apologize for my son in the background, but father got a father, you know what I'm saying? Now, this is the part that pisses me off. Their bench got 59 points. 59 points. If you want to give priority to the guy that played the most minutes off the bench, saying that, okay, they ended up getting minutes that uh, Jalen Green would have got, that would be Garrison Matthews. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 1 of 6. 1 assist, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. Damn near fouled out with 5 fouls. But if you want to take that away and say, okay, their bench basically scored 47, I'm okay with that. But those points are there. They got 59 on us. Armani Brooks, 11 points. Kenyon Martin Jr., 5. DJ Augustine didn't have shit. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't know he was on the team. You know. Siggy had 13. Garrison Matthews had 12. And Daniel House had 18 points. Our bench had 26. 59 or 47 if you choose to look at it that way, to 26. They doubled up on us. And they played 6 guys deep. Okay. They also won the rebounding matchup. They got us by 6 rebounds. At one point, as I was looking after the game, it was 41 to 45, but they took a rebound away. Who knows? It might be different by the morning. Here's the thing that pissed me off, though: free throws. We were 10 of 12. They were 17 of, I want to say, 21 or 24. Okay, we had a higher percent, but they got five more made free throws than we even took. Seven more total. Okay. I mean, it's fucking hilarious looking at this. Like, they shot 50% from the field. You know, they took 84 shots, made 42, and they shot 47.2% from three. They took 17 of 36. Um, they had 21 turnovers. I can't remember how much we had. When I look at theirs, I'll, give you guys that game and information. Um, they had less fouls than us. Fouls is becoming a huge issue for our team, and it is really starting to bother me. They had one more assists than us. We had 26. They had 27. Okay, there it was. Yeah, they had 17 to 22 free throws. I knew it was something. I thought 24 was kind of high. There it is. So yeah, 17 to 22. Okay. Look, that small ball shit is fine, but when you're playing another young team and they like to get up and down and run, and they can run with you, and they're going off of energy and pride, small ball is not going to work all the time. Okay, but that's not the reason that we lost. It's really the bench. I mean, yeah, we the defense sucked for us. It sure did. Along with the free throws, but this bench productivity is ass. Okay, let's talk about the Bulls. First off, Zach LaVine's leading scorer, but he truly wasn't the leading scorer. For most of the game, it was Zoe. He got some of his points to look like the last 30 seconds of the game. Okay, Zach got 28 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 11 of 22 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3. Okay, 2 fouls, 3 turnovers. He had a block and a steal. 3 of 5 free throws. Okay, of the free throws that were taken, he missed 2. DeRozan, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists on 6 of 19 shooting. He missed 13 shots, 4 of which were from 3. He missed all of his threes. Take away that, his stat line is 6 of 15, which is 40%. But still, he still missed more shots that led to all kinds of shit. And he turned the ball over. He had 2. When he's not able to score effectively, he is a detriment to the team. This is one of the games where he didn't score. Vooch. Vooch, at the beginning, Adam Amin said that, he would probably play 18 minutes. He played 26. He had 14 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 of 16 from the field. He honestly looked like he made more shots. Okay, but he ended up fouling out. He was 2 of 5 from 3. I honestly thought he had more points than this. He looked like he was making more shots than he missed. But he was giving Sengun too many. He was getting abused out there. There's no better way to put it. First game back, coming off of COVID. I'm not tripping too much. Okay, 14 to 13 is a double double. I'll take that. Especially because he did hit his threes. He was 2 of 5, so I ain't gonna complain too much. But he missed 10 fucking shots. Javonte Green, this pissed me off, okay? And y'all know I love me some Javonte Green. But he played 26 minutes and 50 seconds. What? How does he play that long? But okay. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 4-6 from the field. He hit his long three. He had 3 fouls, 2 turnovers, um, 2 steals and a block. Again, these fouls are ridiculous. Zoe had 4 fouls, by the way. Like, just the starters alone, they contributed to 16 of the fouls. Okay, and I think we had like 20 something, 22 or something like that, or 20. Um, Way too many fouls. And that leads to the disparity in the free throws. But no way he should have had 26 minutes, even with Vooch taking 26 minutes himself. I thought Derrick Jones, who only played 11 minutes, I thought he needed more minutes. And honestly, Tony Bradley only played 1 minute 55 seconds. I think he should have had more minutes. I think his size was necessary. He had been playing good the last 2 or 3 games, so I really thought he should have been out there. As much shit as I talk about Mama Hips, he should have got more playing time. For real. And Derrick Jones should have got more playing time. But I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to get into the bench. Look, man, Zoe came out today. He had it going. And then they kind of went away from him in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, as usual. Okay. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 7-11 from the field, 5-7 from 3. He had 4 fouls, 3 turnovers, 2 blocks, 2 steals. And he got a critical steal late in the game, by the way, and block. The fouls and the turnovers, you can kind of, But he was the best player. He was the best player. He was the best player on our court tonight. Especially after that performance that they had against the Pacers. Even though this loss is disgusting. Played 37 minutes, 19, 5 5. 7 of 11, 5 of 7. Played solid defense. Also gave you 2 steals, 2 blocks. The turnovers and the fouls. But let me spend a second here to talk about this, because I know y'all are going to mention this too. That was not a fucking foul. That is not an offensive foul they called. That 3 ball was so significant. Because at one point, the Bulls, the score was 113 to 116. At one point, they had the game tied. If that 3 counts, they had the game tied with like 2 seconds left. That's how big that 3 was. Okay? And the 3 is not the reason they lost. But what I want you guys to understand is that fucking shitty ass call mattered. It totally affected the rest of the game, because it happened when there was like 5 minutes or so left in the game. That foul was significant. And you could argue that should have been an and one 3-point shot where Zoe should have went to the line. And he probably makes it. If he goes to the line, the Bulls win this game. And it's not even a fucking question. Okay? They fucking win the game. And you might say, well, that would only be 117. Well, the only reason they got to 118 was because they kept fouling to get them to the line so they could try to get as many cracks at winning as they could. If that 3 goes in, and if they get the and one, it's a win. If the 3 goes in, well, no, let me not say that, because the 3 did go in. If they call a defensive foul, and he gets to go to the line and he makes it, they win. If they call it, it's a tie. But as you can see, without calling it, it's a loss. That was fucking huge. Considering that this motherfucker goes to the rim all the time and gets attacked, and they don't call the fucking fouls, and yet they gonna call an offensive foul on some shit like that. That's got to be one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. One of the worst calls, one of the most egregious calls. And I'm sitting here thinking about this, not just like, and I get this is Houston, but what if this had been a playoff game? The implications that that loss could have had could be tremendous in a 7-game series when you're trying to get the first of 4 games. Horrendous, horrendous officiating. Derrick Jones had a goose egg. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He only got to take 2 shots. Um, he was getting hit. I thought he should have gotten to the line. Um, yeah. No turnovers, 1 foul. He only played 11 minutes, man. He should have had 18 to 22 easy. Okay? I don't like this small ball 5 shit with him. I do not like it. He is way too small. He is way too small to be a small ball 5. Nor he cannot guard these bodies down there. Like every game he's getting tossed around on the floor and shit. He is too small. Package the guys up that you need to send out and get what you need. Because he ain't it at the 5. He needs to play the 3. Maybe you could get by playing him at the 4. But he damn sure don't need to be the 5. 11 minutes of playing him at the 5. It's probably why we lost 2. Caruso had, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. He had 2 fouls. He got 3 steals. Caruso was Caruso. He did most of his damage in the 4th, but I mean, he kind of turned it on and got us back in the game because we got down by like 11, going into the 4th. He kind of just like flipped the switch, and I think that's from him being on the Lakers and whatnot. I think that's him just like understanding, okay, I got to do this. And so he flipped the switch, and it seemed like the Bulls were going to make a run. And yeah, he had a solid game. It was nice to see him knock down threes because, quite frankly, he has been shit from 3. He shot 40% last year. He is not shooting 40% this year. And my fear is teams are going to leave Caruso open at the 3 ball and be like, hey, if he beats us from 3, we'll take it. And that's like my fear in general of the quote unquote death lineup with these guys is I don't like that Caruso is so limited on offense. At least Zoe is shooting over 40% from 3. He's not even close. So at least you could say, let's close out, or let's close out on Zoe. But with Caruso, you'd be like, okay, we'll give him some space. If you knock it down, hey, it is what it is. And that's what I fear is going to happen as teams, catch up and catch on to us. Like they're going in the zone. With Vooch, we can deal with the zone. Without him, nobody else is a passer unless you play Zoe in that spot. And they're not going to do it enough. Ayo played 17 minutes, 20 seconds. He had 8 points. And that's it. 3 or 4 from the field. He got to the line. He hit both his. He had 2 steals. He got a turnover. He's playing pretty solid defense. Okay, Ayo had an Ayo-like game. He got that amazing poster, but nobody's going to care because they lost this fucking game. Kobe White, 14 points. 14, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 14 minutes, 42 seconds, 3 points, a rebound, 2 assists, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3-point range. Anyways, next. Tony Bradley, he just had 2 rebounds in his 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay. We shot I mean, it's not like we weren't having a bad offensive night, really, because we shot 45.8% field goal and 43% from three. Okay, I think they made 17, we made, 15. If you want to say the difference in the game came down to threes, it's two. You know, that could be a valid reason. Okay, we had 22 fouls. How about not sending them to the line? Okay, we had less turnovers than them, for sure. Okay, I believe we also have more blocks and steals. But the bench scoring is horrific. Now, let me talk about what I really want to talk about. We want to talk about the ball movement. There's a problem. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan do not trust the bench. And I've noticed this for a while, and I haven't said anything because I felt like I needed to watch more tape. It's evident as fuck. Hero ball happens as soon as the bench guys come in with DeRozan. Heck, it even starts with Zoe and Zach, but they're a little bit tired. And so I can give them a little bit of, some leeway. With DeRozan takes almost all of the shots of the second unit, even to the point of him just leaping up in the air like a rookie and turning the ball over. When you go look at this like shot chart, Caruso might as well be a starter. But so we're not going to include him. Derrick Jones took 2 shots. Ayo Dosunmu took 4. Kobe White took 5. Tony Bradley only took 1. Add that up, how much is that? It's 12 shots. It's 12 shots. 12 shots for the entire bench. If I go, let me go take a look real quick at Houston. All right. Houston bench. Brooks took 7. Kenyon Martin took 5. That's 12. DJ Augustine took 1. 13. Seguin took 7. That's 20. Okay. They got more than us just off of the first 3 guys, and then they still got, obviously Seguin, which was 7. That put us at 20. Matthews, who had 6. That's 26. Daniel House had 7. That's 33. 33 shots to 12 shots. Okay, fine. Let's take away the Garrison Matthews shots at 6. 12 to 27. Part of the problem is our bench is garbage. And I get it. Oh, we got Kobe White. Kobe White is going to come in and save the day with 3 points. Hey, we got Ayo. Ayo's going to say with his 8 points. And the bulk of the scoring from the bench is from Caruso at 15. If you take away Caruso's 15, the bench just has 11 points. And I'm going to include Green here. I don't know why he started. Dude had 9 points. And he only took 6 shots. Okay. None of these guys are scorers, with the exception of Kobe, but we know the deal with him. Ayo's still trying to figure it out. But who do you look to for scoring? Who do you look to for spacing? Not one of these guys is it. You gotta move people. Now I know you can't move anybody till like December 15th that sign a contract or whatever with your team. I get it. So they can't physically move anybody for like 2 weeks. But dog, Green and Jones are repetitive. Ayo and Kobe are repetitive. They gotta go. They don't even include Troy Brown, Tyler Cook, Devon Dotson, Alize Johnson. repetitive. None of these guys bring anything to your team that will affect winning long term, especially to this team. Because when DeRozan is monopolizing all the shots and he's taking like 5 or 6 shots alone when he's in with the bench guys and the other guys are getting scraps, like if you just split the shots up. Okay, what is this? 10, 20, 22? That's 11 shots in the first half and 11 shots in the second half. And the bench pretty much plays anytime between like 5 minutes left in the first and the third into like 5 minutes or so into the fourth. At least in rotation. And you mean to tell me for a full quarter, basically worth of minutes, all they can get is 1 shot per minute? So exactly who is DeRozan and Zach LaVine supposed to trust on their bench unit? Because that's why they're going to play hero ball. That's why they're playing hero ball. Well, that's not why they're playing hero. They're playing hero ball because that's what they're used to. But if you go watch first and third quarter, they pass the ball a lot more in the starters with Vooch. And Vooch is a willing passer. He's actually the one that helps fix up their mistakes and make sure the ball rotates. But when he's not in the game, they're not giving the ball up. That includes Lonzo. This is a problem. They either need to trust their teammates or they need to get a new bench. And I highly doubt the first happens, so they just need to get a new bench. But this is the fucking problem. They don't trust these dudes, and I don't either. Caruso had an aberration of a game. He won't shoot like this every game. Derrick Jones had an aberration to me, but it's not really an aberration because I don't expect him to get more than 4 or 5 points a game. Ayo had 8 points. That's about fine. That's about what I thought he should get. Kobe White got 3. He just had 14 for the first time in his last game. Tony Bradley a goose egg. He didn't play long enough. Oh, by the way, that defense that people were talking about from your bench, it ain't showing up. And it's got to be hard covering for Zach and DeRozan and Kobe because he don't play defense. But this shit is pathetic. The Bulls are going to have to make some changes, okay? Like, we could talk about the hero ball, and I get it. But they need a lot more. Because right now, all their talent is centralized into 4 to 5 guys. Pat Will being out hurts because they need him to spread some of that ability. And then you got Caruso. But really, that's it. Okay? And Ayo. Like, and if I'm being real, those are the only untouchables on the roster. Everybody else is movable. Hell, even Pat Will is movable for the right price. But in theory, in truth, that should be your guys. They need to shrink the rotation. That's my final verdict for this game. Terrible, terrible performance, especially after the Pacers. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Y'all have a good night. Can't wait to read y'all comments. Peace.